Ian Garry versus Joaquin Buckley, set for UFC Tampa, December 15th, last card of the year. This is a good fight. Buckley has wanted this fight for a while. We had that famous confrontation between him and Ian Garry at the UFC PI, the infamous, "I got a name, I don't give a fuck if you got a name." Perhaps Buckley sees something in Ian Garry he can exploit, as there is a few things you can exploit from Garry. Ian Garry has a bit of a shaky chin. I remember in his third UFC fight against Kenan Song, I can't post the fight footage here, but you can find it on Fight Pass or something. Garry was up close, threw a hook to the body, and Song countered him with a check hook. Garry got dropped badly, and then for the rest of the fight, Kenan Song just threw nothing but a check hook, so Garry survived. I mean, literally, he just spammed the check hook, so it was just downhill from there. There's also rumours of Ian Garry getting knocked out cold at Kill FC while he was sparring. Now obviously guys get KO'd in the gym, it happens, but I'm seeing a bit of a pattern that Ian Garry may be vulnerable. The fact Buckley just put Stephen Thompson out cold, which has only been done once with Anthony Pettis years ago, and this was mainly a striking match, you have to respect his power and striking ability now. But Buckley himself, he's been KO'd a bunch of times. 4 KO losses. Chris Curtis, Alessio Di Chirico, Kevin Holland, and then another one all the way back in 2016 at Bellator. And we can't read too much into that one, but these are all at middleweight. Buckley was never a middleweight. He's a very small guy, built like a tank. I mean, he's even small height-wise for welterweight, which is why he takes that Mike Tyson style of bobbing and weaving, which that style leaves him very vulnerable for head kicks. You slip a jab and you throw your head into a kick. That's how I see Ian Garry winning this fight. He's learned from getting dropped by Kenan Song that he's better if he keeps it at a distance and throws kicks, which this is how you beat Buckley. You keep your distance, throw a lot of body kicks and leg kicks, get him slipping your straight punches, then you throw a head kick that even if it doesn't land, it'll make him go, wait a minute, I don't want to run into that. Then he becomes a more stationary target, keeping his head on the centre line, and you start popping him with jabs and straights. That's how you frustrate and break him down, and I think Ian Garry has the perfect style to do that. So I do lean Ian Garry. But problems will unravel if early Garry doesn't start doing that and imposing his will, because Joaquin Buckley is vicious, and we saw with Stephen Thompson, who was playing it more technical and a matador versus the ball style, Buckley would just come charging at you, putting his head in your chest, and Ian Garry, he can't fight on the inside as good as Wonderboy can. I think Garry can be smarter though, like he has more of a variance of the lanky guy, don't come close to us. What do I mean by that? Well, like the knees he was throwing constantly against Jeff Neal, putting traffic out there to make sure the short opponent goes, oh wait, I don't want to get hit by that truck. I have to take my time and look both ways before I cross the street. Wonderboy, he wants you to charge forward and bang it out with him, as Wonderboy believes in his movement and speed. For Ian Garry, if you get close, he's the one in danger. He can't box on the inside, he doesn't really have a tight clinch, he can grapple a little bit, but he'll only resort to that if it's like Venom Page, who's just levels above him on striking. He also doesn't have insane durability to believe in himself while trading punches. I think that could be also a smart move here for Garry to find takedowns if Buckley is just coming at him and the bullets just start flying. It's going to be insanely hard to effectively grapple a guy that's much shorter. Like duck under takedowns are probably out of the question, but tight clinch, trying to find some standing submissions, I think a standing guillotine is something to be looked at. Buckley is going to be ducking low on the inside, and it's right there. I mean, anything to stop Buckley's insane aggression is to be looked at, as you're taking big chances with him on the inside. I'm leaning Garry for this one. I'd give it about a 70% chance in favour of Garry. I could also take a small bet on Buckley. I think Buckley could end up having a big resurgence and hitting top 5 next year. I wouldn't bet the house. This being 5 rounds, I can't really see it going to decision unless Garry takes a heavy grappling approach like he did against Michael Page. I'm leaning Ian Garry by KO, and I think it's a head kick. This is very much Buckley's fight to win, and if he wins, we have to start talking about him as a title contender. He far surpassed the days of getting KO'd by Alessio Di Chirico at that point. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Great fight to cap off the year. I'm out.